Hello, and welcome to the Nightmare Fuel Podcast, episode 49. We're so close to episode 50.
We've been doing this almost a year?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's great. It's crazy. And I'm here with Hagbard Celine. What's up, man?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How about you?
Well, that's subjective. But things are largely going good. And it's crazy. You know, I didn't realize we were that close to 50 either. Yeah. And I saw that, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's quite a few episodes.
There's a few in the bag.
Let's not do the math on hours of our life, and let's just have fun.
You know. Never mind hours spent finding this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine.
So I thought we would switch things up a little bit today, and we've got some election shit and some more news-related stuff, because it seems slightly relevant, slightly important to the future of the world.
Nothing's important.
Yeah, we... our first thing is a news clip about some announcements for Trump's cabinet that he's planning.
Good.
Which I'm sure is going to be pure genius.
Of course it is. It'll be the best. It'll be huge.
It'll be huge.
The president-elect of the...
Oh, before we get rolling, by the way, just as a piece of information, Reese, there is one that refused to download. It was protected. They wouldn't allow it to download from any site, and I didn't have time to video it, so it's not here.
United
That's awesome.
States of America, Donald Trump.
The gold rush for White House jobs is on, and the top prospector...
Oh, good. I hate the functioning mainstream news, because it's very clear that, as the joke is, they don't actually want you to pay attention to what's happening. I mean, between the noise, the sound mix, all this shit down here, they don't actually want you paying attention. They want your ADD initiated.
Well, it works. It's a conspiracy. The lizard people behind it all along.
Yeah, no, it's just people playing on advertising dollars.
Well, that makes sense. That's capitalism. That's America.
May well be Reince Priebus.
Reince, come up here. Where is Reince? Get over here, Reince.
Chairman of the Republican National Committee, for months he worked to keep the party's
He's so short.
base in...
He's like a little bit taller than Trump's son right behind him.
Lollipop Guild. He's Trump's lost son.
I mean, look, Trump's son is on a pedestal, obviously. They didn't want him to be down here. But still, that's not a big enough difference for an adult human.
You know.
line and the candidate on message. He's close to Speaker of the House Paul Ryan.
4-inch microphone drop.
And a contender for Chief of Staff. He already sounds like one.
He's not calling for mass deportation. He said, no, only people who have committed crimes, and then only until all of that is taken care of will we look at what we're going to do next.
Isn't it okay, so they've committed crimes, but it's a mass deportation of those people.
Yes.
So it's still, and there's still impractical elements of that too, but you can't say it's not a mass deportation, it's a mass deportation of specific people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, and the joy of that is that we already have them. So that makes it easier. We were already doing this. I mean, President Obama already did all that. I mean, he's deported more people from U.S. prisons than any other president in history. It's not unusual. We've got to... If they come here...
He's a collaborator.
If they come here and they commit a serious felony, they probably should go back to Mexico or wherever the fuck they came from.
Yeah, but see, if that's a more practical way to lay that out, I don't think that's the way it was being presented for the large
it's never
part
going
of this
to
campaign.
be. No, it's never going to be presented in the actual application. It never is. It's always boring. Boring never sells. That's the problem. That's how this happened. Is boring doesn't sell. I mean,
well, yeah, that's a good reflection on America.
Yeah.
Secretary of State, former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich is a maybe and more than willing to tackle Trump's critics.
You are fascinated with
Newt Gingrich, awesome.
You're fascinated with sex. Oh
Good.
My God, that was awful.
sex, and you don't care about public policy.
Former New York mayor and prosecutor Rudy Giuliani has been a reliable Trump defender, too.
If you didn't know the moment Monica Lewinsky said that Bill Clinton violated her and she was telling the truth, then you're too stupid to be president.
He may be under consideration for director of Home...
Lewinsky?
Yeah. Yeah, well, at least they saved the embarrassment of Clinton sitting at the same desk Monica Lewinsky sat under, so it's fine.
Oh, that would have been funny. Come on, America.
Homeland Security or Attorney General, along with New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, one of the first big names to jump aboard the Trump train.
We need to.
Yeah, what's funny is Chris Christie actually just got pushed to the side for the transition team. He just got sent back to fucking New York or New Jersey or wherever.
Yeah, damn. It's funny because this news clip doesn't have all the names that have been thrown out, and I guess I'll just mention some of them now, but they include Sarah Palin, Ben Carson, and that Sheriff Clark guy, or some of the other ones I've heard. Just like nightmare incarnate.
Irish Pug says, my new policy is deport them to Syria instead. Yeah, pretty good.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, pretty good. That's fair.
First-class president, and we're going to have it in Donald Trump.
Other possible matches: billionaire businessman Carl Icahn for Treasury Secretary, retired Army General Michael Flynn for National Security Advisor, and
Excellent, Michael Flynn.
Hey guys, it looks like we really took down the establishment, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the hippie movement. Fuck the man, and then, oh wait, he was an elite too, and it's just the man again. Okay.
Yeah.
Best of
Alabama
luck.
Senator Jeff Sessions, another early defender for Secretary of Defense.
Are you actively vetting people as we speak right now for positions?
Yes, because we're going to win, so we have to get ready to form a government.
Even before the election,
Cunt.
Jesus.
the Trump team was considering places for numerous strategists and aides: Kellyanne Conway, Sean Spicer, Hope Hicks, and tough-talking campaign chief
Yeah, Pepe for Attorney General.
executive Steve Bannon.
What we need to do is bitch slap the Republican Party and get those guys, heaving too. And if we have to, we'll take it over.
The President-elect of the United States
Yeah, I know. Imagine the truth is nothing will ever change. Yeah, imagine.
of America, Donald Trump.
Libertarian Party 2020. This time we aren't a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, no. All right. We can move on past that. And this is an old favorite. We've got some old favorites and some newcomers today. This is Tomi Lahren, and she's talking about this shit.
See, I call her Tomi.
Yes,
her name
Tommy.
is
But,
very
you
clearly.
want to say Tomi because Tommy's a guy's name.
Well, no, her name is very clearly Tomi. I mean, if you actually phonetically read her name should be Tomi. We get the in Tommy because there's two M's. It's Tom, me. You see the phonetics there? Whereas when there's only one M, it's Tomi, and the O changes. It's English, and I don't care what she says. Her name is Tomi.
You don't even get to decide your own name, little girl. You're Tomi.
Time for final thoughts. Polls.
At least, you see, the only way to do this is if we just did this. Very watchable.
Wow.
It just got
I'm loving it.
100% more watchable, didn't it?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I mean, that's the way to handle this problem. Just like Britney Spears' music videos. You just used to mute them and watch.
Time for final thoughts. Polls will be closing soon, but if I can get to a few more undecided voters out there, it's all worth it. Tonight, America, you decide. For over a year, Donald Trump has been a war.
That's funny too, because imagine someone's like, shit, who am I going to vote for? Let me tune in to Tomi.
Yeah.
She's got the wisdom.
This is how I formulate all of my political decisions. Obviously, right?
Yep. He defeated 16 other great Republicans to become our party's nominee. Great. But he's not doing this for the Republican Party. He's not doing this for the never Trumpers that will never support him. He's not doing this for the establishment, for the super PACs, for any of it. He's
usually, at least, their audio's better. What is this, a new microphone, Tomi? Because you're popping.
I think it is. Oh man, it's getting really schlocky over there.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Oh my god, the butt hurt. Just these never Trumpers.
She has a crystal.
Fuck them.
Wait a minute. Why does she have a crystal?
Yeah, it should be a cross.
done it all for you, hardworking Americans. For over a year, he's crisscrossed this country, not with celebrities, pop stars, actors, or drug dealers. Just Donald, a flag, and a simple message: make America great again. He didn't.
That's a shit
See,
message.
this is sloppy. This is sloppy propaganda. You don't have to do this. When did this come out?
No, it was last minute election night.
Yeah, when was this?
Like,
is that what this was? Was this election night? Because you don't have to do this. This is.
No, she needs to. to save America from itself. A simple message: make America great again. Very patriotic.
I'd vote for Hitler if she'd let me grab her pussy. Awesome.
Inspire a campaign. He inspired a movement. He was outraised, outfunded, and outnumbered, but never outworked. Now, some say he's only inspired angry white people. Well, you're wrong, as usual. But for those groups they claim cannot, will not...
Yeah.
Trump, hey, Trump didn't inspire angry white people, says angry white person. What? How about just deliver this like, please, everyone, let's bring together. Here's my reasons to vote for Trump. Instead, it's like, no, you need to do this.
No, Sam Harris was right, basically, in the beginning of his thing that was sampled by Independent Man. I don't know if anyone even knows who that is, but he's another YouTuber. And the introduction is 100% right. What this is a reaction of the populace to identity politics. Fundamentally speaking, that's what happened. I mean, that's...
It is, and I would argue it's such an overreaction that I miss the identity politics. I wish that was the biggest problem now.
There's no big problem. This is systems normal. Anyone panicking on any side, I'm laughing at. This is systems normal, man. This is snafu. This is nothing new. This is no worse than Reagan, no worse than Bush, no worse than Clinton, no worse than Obama. These are all just people in power, man. It's anyone who is putting weight behind it, I think, is laughable. These guys are all idiots. I mean, if we're being honest, these people are all people who are disconnected from reality. All of them. They're politicians. And Trump is a billionaire. They don't have any basis upon which to base any of this.
He's fighting for you, the people, I'm sure.
Shall not support
I was
Trump.
under no illusion. Like when I went and voted, I was under no illusion that anyone cared about me personally. I think that's the big difference here. If you can tap into a voting bloc and convince them that this guy, he's relatable. You could have a beer with him. He cares about you. They're gonna go, oh yeah, he actually is kind of like me. He's a simple man. He talks like me, and I'm simple. And that's scary because that shows to me the disconnect from reality. It should be common knowledge that politicians don't care about you.
Yeah. Again, the only reason that Trump got elected is because a good majority of this country wanted people to say "fuck you." I mean, that's all that was. That was a big weighted "fuck you." That's all.
And I really just I think that's thinking with the heart and not the brain for the most part.
There's no winner. It's just been depressing to watch people put so much weight behind a U.S. election. And it's funny for me that everyone's crying about Donald Trump when nobody got out en masse to actually, like, how many people voted for Hillary Clinton and didn't have any information on who to vote for the House and Senate and thus didn't? Those statistics are huge. That's why we have a Republican majority in the House and Senate as well, is because these people showed up to just vote for Clinton, thinking that meant a goddamn thing, instead of voting for local representation and government that you actually have direct control over. Just show up and vote for Clinton. For sure, don't vote for your House or Senate. These people are ridiculous.
That's a problem.
Ridiculous. On both sides, they've become completely off their chains.
I ask you to decide, Latinos, Hispanics, if you decide if legal immigration is important to you, if border security and keeping out the drugs and crime and coyotes is the right thing to do, and Black Americans, you decide if the last 8 years have been great.
Who of the Black or Hispanic population is tuning in to Tomi Lahren at the last minute to get election ideas?
I don't know. She's friends with Tommy Sotomayor.
The fuck are you talking to, Tomi? Really?
For you, if the Democrats have served you well. If not, maybe it's time for a new way. Women, you decide if the things Trump has said offend you more than the things Hillary has done.
What it is the identity politic pandering. Like someone like Tommy, she sees the other side doing it more successfully, so she's like, oh, I'm gonna try my hand at that. Black people, you're not getting what you want, we can give you what you want. We can pander to you, even though, like, what exactly are you going to do? Why should they have this expectation that the system does something for them specifically? I don't get that. That's retarded.
Mm-hmm.
You're continuing a problem that had already been chipped away at a little bit, and now you're just going to solidify it, and we're going to have to deal with it from your side too. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
If you want the first female president to be a lying, crooked, influence-selling, self-enriching swamp queen that sits above the law and could only defeat her challengers by cheating.
Look, she can't even say it. Look at the way she's delivering this. Look at how severe, severe. And as soon as she starts the diatribe, the corners of her mouth go up.
Offend you more than the things Hillary has done. If you want the first female president to be a lying, crooked, influence-selling, self-enriching swamp queen that sits...
You can watch the corners of her mouth go up.
Above the law and could only defeat her challengers by cheating. And lastly, Democrats, ask yourselves if you like business as usual in D.C.
Yeah, warped, I know.
Do you like the backroom dealings, the collusion, the special interests, the Clinton cartel model of public service? If not, maybe it's time for an outsider. Republicans, same to you. Are you tired of watching the party elite talk a lot and do nothing?
Who doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Tired of watching things like...
That's the thing that's been so frustrating for me is idealism. And I see it in Sanders camps and I see it in Trump camps. It's like, we want an outsider. We want someone who will do away with the corruption. I don't think you understand how this works. Like, if someone says, I stand behind Clinton, are you pro-corruption? No, I'm like, I understand that I can't do anything about that. And that would be childish and juvenile. And I used to be that way because I was in the Sanders camp. I understand your frustration, but it won't do you any good in the long run. You have to understand that politicians are corrupt, and I mean, what do you expect to do about that? Get money out of politics? They need money to run. The lobbyists aren't going away ever. Good luck.
Well, they will.
Do you really think you're going to get Congress to vote?
They will.
To lessen their own paychecks?
It's just all of this is hinging on a saying that we seem to have forgotten, and involves something about blood of patriots and tyrants. But we don't ever want to do that again, so we've decided to just do this instead. This is what we've decided on. So.
Obamacare, the Iran deal, trade, energy policy, and economic growth fall at the feet of those who are more concerned with a political career than making America great? Well, you decide.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's idealism.
Yeah, all of this is just talking points. Are they concerned with
their careers? Yes, because that's their job.
Yeah, all of this is talking points. It's the left elected Barack Obama under the same premise. It's retarded.
Then that was worthy of criticism, but now this is the same thing. This is that prevalent attitude rising again.
Yeah.
Decide if it's time to sell American goods and services to the world or continue the Hillary method of selling America itself to the world. You decide.
All right, that's enough listening to her shriek. What's next?
She is just, painful.
Yeah, she's just going to do her close now. I can hear it in the tone. She's just going to close.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Oh, fuck you. You can let me know when we get to the one that didn't download, but this next thing is about Putin.
That's the one.
Vladimir Putin.
That is the one that didn't download.
That's the one that didn't work?
Yes, that is protected. It came up on all three of the download services as protected, so.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, this is better. This is something from Rebel Media, and it's titled Globalists React to Trump Victory, and this is pretty amusing.
Rebel Media.
Well, folks, just because we're thousands of miles away from the news that the U.S.
What a name! Come on, that can't be your legal name.
No, I don't believe it.
Get the fuck out of here. That's a performance name, right? Faith Goldie.
That's my stage name, Faith Goldie.
It has to be a stage name.
Has just picked a new president-elect, Donald J. Trump, does not mean that fact doesn't touch us all the way over here in New Delhi, India, where the rebel, of course, is on the ground trying to cover the World Health Organization Framework Convention on Tobacco Control. Quick update, by the way, we're still on.
What now? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Allowed in, but
organization. That's where the globalists are, man, because it's got world in the title. World Health Organization. Not American Health. World.
Sick.
Getting back to the big news of the day, of course, the U.S. election. I thought we'd have a little bit of fun. We'd go trail some of the unaccounted, unelected globalists roaming the halls and ask them what they...
Unsuspecting globalists. Fantastic.
Unelected. What, in the the fucking World Health Organization? Do they need to be elected? Oh my god.
Made of the U.S.'s recent decision to elect a Donald J. Trump president to lead the free world. And honestly, what I got by and large were two answers. One, folks unabashedly saying that they weren't for the guy, and the other were people who...
I really wonder why. Especially if they're non-Americans. What would they have invested in him? Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
But this is funny to me. Okay, this is about to get really hilarious because she is, for all intents and purposes, a crazy person with a microphone. She represents Rebel Media. She's not like from Fox or CNN or anything. And she is going to go try to harass people for interviews. And they do not want any
I mean,
of
if we're
shit.
being serious, this is the equivalent of if I did it.
Yeah,
I
really.
could go out and do this right now. I have all this equipment available to me. I work for a fucking TV station. I could go harass people. I could do this. I choose not to because it's not really functional or respectful. It doesn't actually make your side look great.
I'm going to go out with a microphone, and then when I don't get interviews, I'm going to make a video like, everyone was so rude to me. They're biased.
Mm-hmm.
just sort of seemed aloof, nonchalant, like they just didn't care that the United States of America just voted in a new president. Even despite all the geopolitical things going on right now, from, ISIS, economic collapse, rise of China, rise of Russia.
Gee, look at the reactions. Like, who the fuck is this person and why are they talking to me?
Economic collapse? Yeah, we're about to have that again.
It's like, I don't
rise of Russia?
Yeah,
He's friends with Russia. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Yeah, she's like, I don't understand why these people won't stop and give me moments of their time. I don't...
Yeah, I expect your time, and I expect your public word on this.
Oh yeah, she may be. You're right. I completely believe that the people that work for WHO are just as shitty as anyone else that's attained a position of power. Yeah, that doesn't shock me.
To pick it, okay.
I wonder what her middle name is. That's what they're saying.
Fantastic.
I don't know.
U.S. now has a new president.
What's worse, InfoWars or Rebel Media? Rebel Media, arguably. InfoWars has so much going on that it's completely... I mean, I think Alex Jones knows that about 2/3 of what he says is complete garbage. I've seen him off camera, off personality, and he just talks like a normal human. He knows that he's acting, I think.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
that makes him... Part of me is disgusted by, like, charlatanism, but it's funny, too.
Yeah, I'm also a pragmatist that realizes he's got to find some way to sell those weird little oils and shit he's made up. I mean, what do you want him to do? Like, fucking...
President. And yet
I'm
these
much
folks...
more concerned about the people who buy into it rather than Jones himself.
Yeah, no. The joy is InfoWars comment sections. Unless you've ever spent a good portion of time in an InfoWars comment section, you haven't lived. That's where the real people are, okay? That's where your fellow Americans are residing.
Just seem kind of like
Don't you know who I am?
Yeah, do you not know who I am? Excuse me, sir. I am Faith Goldie. I work for Rebel Media. Consider.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. At least InfoWars doesn't get taken seriously. Exactly.
Didn't care. And I had to think about it. How could they not care?
Yeah, at least Alex Jones trolled TYT and triggered the Buffalo. Yep. That's all he's doing. He's fucking with people. I mean, Alex Jones has been fucking with people since his early radio days. This isn't new.
And upon further reflection, I'll tell you what I thought about. It's because it just doesn't matter to them. Nation states, sovereign governments, the democracy, the people's choice. They're all...
Oh my god. Priceless. So, like, them not wanting to be interviewed by you, a total stranger... They don't believe in the nation state. That's why they don't care about the election. They're globalists.
They have no respect for America because they have no respect for me. What? No. That's even
point
crazier.
That came up in the Lauren Southern video I reviewed. She was saying, like, globalists, they want to do away with all nations. I'm like, who the fuck thinks that? That would be insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Just above it. They're about a global establishment that makes decisions behind closed doors, as we've seen here over the past...
Illuminati.
All right, what's next?
The triangle.
I want to hang her.
Yeah, no, she's poisoning our minds. Oh, actually, speaking of, we do have an InfoWars clip.
Yeah, good.
This is titled "A Vote for Hillary is a Vote for Lucifer."
They banned all press, not just
which
her.
I did.
Oh,
So
okay.
apparently I am a Luciferian.
Awesome. They banned all press, not just her. Okay, good. Yeah.
But no, she is specifically being shunned for her views, surely.
Eating disorder arms. Yep.
Man, they are oddly muscular, aren't they?
Good.
You can see a little bit of tone.
Do you think this
Oh,
was
Jesus.
a stock thing, or do you think they paid for this to be specifically built? I posit that to both you and the audience. What do you
Actually,
think?
you know, the more I look at it, it could be a stock thing. It really could.
I feel like, I mean, you could easily have, like, what you do is you upload a file with your symbol, Infowars, and then the rest of the graphic is just invented around it. It's really not hard. Undoom does it. Several other people do it.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say maybe Undoom made this. Actually,
In the Old Testament.
All right.
that's what I thought the first time I watched it. I was
Okay.
like, holy shit, dude! Whoa.
All right. Look, I just make little YouTube videos, right? And people bitch that I don't dip my intro audios. All right? You're supposedly on a more professional level than me. Maybe don't do that. That was more abrupt than I think anything I've ever done. Reese Hagbar, did you guys vote? No, I didn't vote. I don't even have a fucking...
In the Old Testament.
Yeah, I don't even have a fucking a permit
can't.
to vote here. No, I can vote. I could have. I just didn't. I didn't register in this state.
I did. My vote didn't count for shit.
Ironically, I could have sent a vote in to Florida elections because they have mail-in ballots. So.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I
didn't
failed
know.
the U.S.
I didn't know.
Of the Bible, the book of Proverbs 13.
Okay, that music makes my spine sad.
Why? Hey, Infowars editor, why? Why any of this?
20 reads, He that walketh
Like my teeth are grinding.
with wise men shall
That music is killing me.
be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
And without further ado,
A companion of fools shall be destroyed.
Who's the bigger fool, the fool or the fool who follows him?
Exactly.
I would like to introduce to you the next president of the United States, Mr. Hillary Clinton.
I'm not gonna lie, I do think it's hilarious that they invited a bunch of pop stars.
Oh yeah,
That's phenomenal. This is Coca-Cola level advertising. That's what this is. This is Coca-Cola level advertising, guys.
Jay-Z couldn't sell it.
Yo, listen, we brought out Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, no one cares. Not a single human
Isn't this
being voting
proof
cares.
that there is no Illuminati, though?
Yes.
Like, if you're like, this woman's the establishment. Well,
Yes and no.
What
Well,
happens
see,
when the
people are-
establishment dies in your eyes?
See, people are always confused about this subject. The Illuminati plays both sides of everything. I don't know
Of
why people
course.
think that they're... I don't know why people think... just like the CIA in reality does. They back everything. Anything that's happening right now, if they can get their fingers in it, one side or the other, they're involved in it. Because if someone wins, they want to attain a position of power alongside them. It's not rocket science. It's if an organization like the Illuminati existed, they would have their fingers everywhere, just like the CIA does. It's not hard to understand that. So that's why I love when people are like, did these guys are the Illuminati and these guys aren't. If you actually believe in this crazy conspiracy you're talking about, and these people are rulers of the world, how do you think you got control back? Like, in all seriousness, how do you ever delude yourself into thinking that?
Well, they let you think you got your control back, when really Trump is also a puppet who was masquerading as the savior. See, that's how it's truly going down.
Exactly. I mean, if the Illuminati exists, that's how it is. If the Illuminati exists the way these people think it does, I don't see how you could possibly think you won.
I like people who say that Alex Jones is part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, the Rothschilds are well known to fund both sides of every conflict. We played both sides during World War II until we joined the war. We were selling steel to Hitler. What's your point? This is what we do.
Capitalism.
And there she was, hubris-riddled Hillary Clinton and her crony crew celebrating a hard-fought, fraudulent campaign promising certain doom for the American Republic.
I think it's great people in the chat regularly can't tell who's who. Good.
Yeah, we do. People have said like, "Hey, Hagbard and Reese, are you guys brothers?"
Generic
Like,
white
no.
voice number 5 confounds all of you.
Just a bunch of white guys. We only have white guests. We've had like 2 guests of color.
We have, haven't we?
This is a white podcast.
Well, I mean, do we count Allie or?
I'll counter.
I mean, we've
we
got to
need
counter.
to throw in some minority.
The alt-right counts her. I mean, what do you?
Yep, they do.
Jesus fucking Christ! Why is this happening?
There's marching hammers now.
No,
Apparently.
you've got it in reverse, Elizabeth. I back the Illuminati. I'm the 6th premier of the Illuminati. I don't think you've read my autobiography.
I am so
Yeah, see? He knows Hagbard is Illuminati. Thank you.
very proud to be here today.
Making it a...
I know what they were doing. She actually did wear that, which was probably in poor taste, admittedly. She legit wore like a black suit with a red armband. That was perhaps in poor taste. I'll grant you that.
You know, not the best wardrobe choices.
Look
at this.
Nazi
like, the
salute.
Most cherry-picked, useless.
Nazi salute from Hitler. Yes, good.
Half-assed.
Yes.
Heel Kyle.
Hitler-y.
68% of Saudis prefer Hillary Clinton. What the fuck does that mean?
Yes.
Should we care? I was more concerned with the number of Americans who voted for each candidate.
Abundantly clear that this Christian nation will be transferred to a much darker power,
Yeah.
a power where Hillary's spiritual allegiance...
Bring on the goat-headed one.
This Christian nation has given itself to the demonic powers of Abramovich. I knew they were going to get triggered by this. Oh my god, so fucking funny.
I know.
If you like, I looked into it further, some of the spear cooking. Oh, just the most innocuous, like, harmless, silly shit ever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, Hillary, the problem is she's got like a rotator cuff issue with the shoulder, so she couldn't get the hand quite high enough.
She's getting old.
She was trying.
They're
but-
all getting old.
Yeah, she was trying, but you know.
She was like, I want to go full Hitler, but nah.
Fucking the
can't do it
rotator
tonight,
cuff
fam.
injury, man. Damn, I swear, I'm getting too old.
lies, surrounding herself throughout the campaign with Hillary Clinton's spiritual base,
Yeah.
Luciferians.
Excellent.
Lucifer incarnate. Wow.
I'm with her.
That's a very nice microphone. I just like to.
Yeah, wow. Is it made of gold?
It matches her hair.
Beautiful.
You're also
All symmetry here.
Mm-hmm.
cousins with Madonna. That's true.
Screenshots we've got from last night's Super Bowl performance by Madonna, and then you can also Google image search.
Yes. Yes, thank you, sweet Infowars. Take me away from it all.
Madonna's my cousin, and then Madonna's Super Bowl performance was a ritual to Lucifer.
Excellent.
Leftists.
Doesn't that mean that God prevailed? So then we're good. I don't.
Well, Trump was God's chosen candidate.
Obviously.
So,
I mean, don't you
of course.
understand that throughout history we've always acknowledged the fact that God must have put the person in charge because that's what God does? I mean, we've always done this. Like,
It seems like people have used that to rise to power many a time.
yeah, and then to cinch that power. That's the standard operating procedure.
When I think of men of God, I think of the pussy grabber.
It's
First one
difficult
that comes to mind.
It's difficult to goose step when you keep falling over. Yee.
For yourself and type in Baphomet, and of course we see that Madonna is dressed up as Baphomet. She's sitting on.
Look at her desperation to remain edgy at the age of 57.
And also to remain appealing to the male audience.
To which she has accomplished neither.
No.
She offered blowjobs for Hillary votes, and I
Yeah.
voted Trump despite her.
They're about to get into that, actually.
God, really?
Yes. You called it.
Atheists have been daft this election, probably.
The throne of Baphomet. She's got the horns. Later on, she's got the hand gestures.
Excellent.
The Baphomet. This is the
I wonder
idol.
if that was done on purpose.
Yeah.
I wonder. I really wonder.
She is the embodiment of the ancient ones. Rising.
That's a pretty lame Baphomet costume,
Isn't
all
it?
things considered.
Where are the wings, my dude?
It looks like it's from like Costume Palace and made out of cheap plastic.
Mm-hmm.
That the American people during Super Bowl halftime show are being told to worship. So, who's Baphomet? Baphomet is an idol used by Satanists to represent the devil.
Madonna.
Oh, Mark Dice.
Who the fuck is Mark Dice?
Wow. Dude, it's like just a montage.
Should I know who Mark
crazies.
Dice is?
Yeah, no, you don't know?
No.
He's like an Illuminati guy too, and he's pretty popular.
One of the whores of
Yeah, did he never watch an opera? Yeah, I know, dude.
Hollywood, one of the biggest pop culture prostitutes on our planet, who is now
Sick.
promising to give every single man who votes for Hillary Clinton oral sex.
Hey now, I'm owed that. Bring it on.
Jesus
Oh, never
fuck.
mind. I'm looking at the face.
I say,
Never mind.
really? You'd want this tired older lady to give you a blowjob? Does anyone want
Nah,
that?
changed my mind.
I think it's hilarious because it's like, what is she gonna do? I mean, do you actually think that she was gonna do that? What is that fucking? What's her name? Debbie Does Dallas, the entire United States of America. Like, you know,
like
she'll have a
50 million blowjobs.
yeah,
on the
she'll
way.
have like a prepper over here, like fucking a fluffer, making sure the guys are like 3 seconds from coming, and then they just pop it in her mouth and they boom blow, and then she just moves on like Debbie Does Dallas. Is that what you think is gonna happen? What do you think the plan here is?
No, that sounds good. That's the direction I wanted America to go in.
Yeah, I'm cashing in, my dude. Where's my blowjob,
I'm
bitch?
a Hollywood prostitute.
Just like
That's what
all of
it
them.
is.
She was joking about blowjobs, and all the other crybabies were joking about leaving the country.
I'm leaving.
I was just joking. It was I was joking. I was overstating things. I do think it's interesting all of you decided you wanted to go to Canada, and not one of you decided you want to go to Mexico.
That's a good point.
Let's have the dancing grandma explain it in her own words.
If you vote for Hillary Clinton, I will give you a You'll have as much say
Whoa. Okay.
as any
Okay, yep.
billionaire. Or you can just cancel
Yeah.
out your weird cousin's vote if you like.
Excellent.
Because remember,
It's like she also worshipped Baphomet.
I hate
Oh my
blowjobs.
God.
Why would I not ban you for that? Explain me. Explain me why
Oh,
I'd
who
not
said
ban
that?
you. Explain. Explain.
there
You
might be
no. You're
banning
on
coming.
trial right now. We're taking a moment from this podcast.
I hate blowjobs.
I hate
What the
blowjobs.
fuck?
Unless you are a gay man or a woman that gives blowjobs and doesn't receive them, there's no excuse for that statement.
We got our eyes on you, sir. I'll wait for a response.
I'll
This is
wait.
Scandalous.
I'll wait. I have a minute. I have all day.
I've got all fucking day for this shit.
I'll wait. You need to explain to me why I shouldn't ban you for saying you hate blowjobs. That is the only bannable offense here. Blowjobs are kings. Blowjobs are holy. They're pure. They're a moment of giving.
He's not saying anything about it.
Ban
Damn
him.
you.
Ban him. Ban him.
Ban him.
Ban him.
Atheism 1.0. I don't think we're even talking about atheism.
Fantastic. What are you talking
I don't
about?
think we've mentioned atheism once.
We're just talking shit about these idiots.
I
Defend
hate
yourself,
bad blowjobs. That's fair enough.
No, it's a
Defend
different person.
yourself. Defend yourself, peasant.
All right, we'll
We look
continue,
down
but we're
with scorn.
we'll continue, but we're watching you.
it's not where you come from, it's what you grow into. So here's how I'm going to use my voice. I'm going to vote for Hillary Clinton.
But it didn't work.
That slideshow is just
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna vote for Hillary for prison.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks. Is there like an artist editing this shit? I think there is.
Yeah, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
Oh God. Cool editing.
Wow, that
Yeah.
wasn't taken out of context.
Neat editing.
We have to defend Katy Perry. That's how bad it is.
To be in this moment,
Why is it only in the right?
right now,
Why? Why are you only in the right headphone though?
with us.
Lean to the left a bit, dear. I can see why now. You see that they have the binaural microphone set up so you could actually be in stereo? It'd be nice if you centered. That would be neat. That would be really cool. I thought you were a musician and knew these things.
I was
or-
about to blame InfoWars, but now I can't.
No, it's this dumb cunt.
And fight for your future and the future of our children.
Well done.
Like
if you don't get this right now, I swear to Lucifer, I'm gonna, I get a little bit mad.
Remember,
I swear to Lucifer.
Yeah, it's like a Wednesday Addams type joke, but
Edgy.
apparently Infowars, they hear that, they're like, holy shit, the elites are admitting it.
Yeah, edgy
Satan at
teenagers,
play.
man. Edgy teenagers.
Yeah, they take edgy teenage. They would like read goth poetry on there and be like, listen to this shit, Lucifer incarnate.
folks, a vote for Hillary is a vote for a decades-old international child sex trafficking ring. Blood sacrifices.
Yeah.
A long plunge into the
Excellent.
I support every bit of this. Bring it on.
United Nations Agenda 2030. And
Yeah.
if we're all lucky, World War III. But most importantly, a vote for Hillary Rodham Clinton is a vote for Hillary's
Satan.
personal hero, Lucifer.
Yeah. It's a vote for
Hillary,
Satan.
vote Lucifer. Clinton, Lucifer, 2016.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Wow. Anyway, we could probably move on.
One of my university mates dropped the Trump sign off in my room with that Hillary for Prison sticker on it. It's a valuable piece of memorabilia. Yeah, by now it probably is. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell like your grandkids, like, look, there was a time when we were really retarded and this was a thing. Just go with it.
Mhm.
It's in your history books now. Anyway, this is a little bit different. This is that Sheriff Clark guy, actually. And he made that comment on Twitter about pitchforks and torches and having some kind of revolution. And he's here to make the, like, that was a joke defense. Guys, I was kidding. Metaphors, hyperbole, all that shit.
Uh-oh.
The tweet I sent, I talked about the corruption, and I ended it by saying it is pitchfork and torches time in America. Okay. People understand that metaphor, but
Wait, you're a man of the law.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How can you say that? Are you pro law and order? That you can't be a man of the law and like, yeah, let's burn everything down. Let's go against the system, man. Oh my god.
they understand this as well. It took the Declaration of Independence, which back then was viewed as this very reactionary, maybe even a call to violence. I mean, read the Declaration of Independence. When they said, you know,
It's that. I mean, I don't think that's ever been to question. It was called a revolution. I don't think that's ever been in question, has it?
You know, it was a Declaration of Independence is saying we are declaring war, but
Yeah.
the big difference is that was a government body.
Yeah, I mean, it
declaring
wasn't.
war
It
on
wasn't
another government.
it wasn't a declaration of war in itself, but it was a warning. The declaration of war came later, but it was not a declaration of war initially. It was just a warning that we're done. Uncle
Sure.
Ruckus rules. Yeah, pretty much.
It's a bit different. Even the people of 1776 had a better planned militia than just like mobs in the street with torches.
it is the duty and responsibility of the citizens to abolish forms of government that don't meet their needs.
What?
Okay. Abolish, it says.
Okay.
It says abolish. You use
Well,
words
no,
like that
you're
back
not-
then.
you're
You
not a
use words
citizen
like
then. Oh my god, that doesn't even make sense. You wouldn't, if you believe in abolishing that government, then you're basically saying I'm not a citizen of this government. You're something else entirely. You believe in, you're basically a rebel. You want to overthrow everything and start something anew.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I
and
was
there's no-
saying. That's what I was saying earlier when I was saying that we've forgotten that this entire country was founded on the principle that we were going to have to fight it out every once in a while. I mean, it literally was. That's part of what this country was founded on.
Sure.
I mean,
They
because
always
of
go back to this though, and it's like, yeah, things were a bit different there. We felt like we could be independent because the people ruling us lived an ocean away.
Mhm.
They didn't represent us in their government.
Yeah.
They taxed us unfairly.
Yeah, exactly.
And they believed in like this authoritarian, okay, let's send soldiers to watch you all the time if you start some shit. That's a bit like I just don't get why you're calling for a violent revolution. Why?
Yeah.
What is the point exactly? What
Yeah,
is
well,
so
I mean, I
bad
think the
that we
last
need to overthrow
polls.
the government?
I think the last polls I saw, and I can't really cite this. I just was flipping around the internet as one does. Was something like 60% of current and previous U.S. veterans would support a military coup. I mean, people don't realize that. Like, we're not in a really comfortable position.
Yeah, that's because we're a country filled with retards, and that's terrifying. And they have guns, so yes.
That today you're considered this, revolutionary. Well, fine. Founding fathers did what they felt they had to do at that moment because King George wasn't listening. Okay, the crown wasn't listening. So it was going to take more than
the key word there was
using
crown.
the
Monarchy. That's the key. We don't have that. Like there's no need. Just do what you just did. In your eyes, that was a good thing. You don't need to have an overthrow of the government. You can work within the government and elect who you want. You don't need to overthrow a king anymore. We don't have fucking kings.
Mm-hmm.
The traditional avenues to address these grievances with the government, right? You sit down, you talk, you try to reason with people. They did all that. Nothing worked.
This is the problem. And he's addressing it from one half of the country, and the other half of the country feels the exact same way. That's what I keep trying to explain to people. A lot of people on the right feel like they're being ignored, their voice hasn't been heard, yada, yada, yada. A lot of people on the left, especially right now, after this election, feel the same way. I mean, it's...
Yeah, and in a lot of ways, their voices weren't heard, thanks to the Electoral College.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of people don't like this decision. People who probably regret not voting now are like, holy shit. I think a majority of Americans right now, and I don't blame them, are pissed off with this decision. I was like, holy shit, no, fuck that. Because it means so many disastrous things are coming because of that. It means I will have to address these people again, these issues again, which I really had no interest in doing. I was content calling out far leftists and all that shit, because that was so much more interesting to me. These people grew stale. I was content to be like, you know what? No, fuck you. I'm done with you. I've heard what you had to say.
It'll be interesting to see what actually happens in the next year and a half or so.
Yeah, interesting is a word we could use.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'd like to see if a little bit of the shake-up actually helps things. It would be nice if we
it's
saw...
a shake-up. It's something different,
It
guys.
would be nice if we saw people actually understand why it happened instead of continue down the same paths, but it doesn't appear as though that's occurring. So
Sure, and I mean, that's worth criticizing, too.
it would be great if, like, in total, both sides recognized that they were being ridiculous, but that's not going to happen. This is a train that's rolling, so...
Yeah, the thing I take away the most is we have a new establishment. So I like calling that out, and part of me does want to be like smug and be like, I told you guys for, you brought us down this path,
Yeah,
but
I legitimately did, though, so it makes me happy. I've told them for a year and a half that this was going to happen, and they kept laughing, and I kept telling them, this is the inevitable end result of your behavior. Nah, no way, we're totally right. This is the inevitable end result of your behavior. Consider that.
Yeah. And so that is an aspect to blame, but I myself personally am more interested in blaming the establishment, and which is a new establishment, which is these people.
Nothing got the attention of the crown, and so they resorted to that thing, the Declaration of Independence, which they had to do, which they knew was going to lead to war. All right, I mean, if you think about it, really, the founding fathers fought a guerrilla-type campaign. All right.
Yes.
So, you can move through history and you can look at what we had to do to get rid of the institution of slavery. We had to pit American against American in a war. Okay?
Yeah.
And yeah.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Why? Why this?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the history lesson, sir. I wasn't aware of this.
Yeah.
It's not like I heard that for years in primary education.
Yeah, calling to history is a typical rhetorical device.
It's annoying.
Did Raphael commit suicide? I don't even know who that is. I do know that Angry Napoleon's gone now, which is amusing as fuck.
Oh, that guy's really fascinating.
He's
I can't
gone.
quite pin
He's
him
deleted
down.
all of his accounts, including his YouTube account.
Damn.
Shut down his Discord server, everything. He's taking
Damn.
it hard. That poor little Matista's taking it hard. I can't imagine what it's like to be 4 foot even.
To see the world from that height.
Such a thing.
When that happened, you know, I'm sure everybody, there's anxiety.
Holy shit! This guy's back. Blowjobs go against Jesus. That's his
Sick.
reasoning.
Very good.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh, you know,
you
family
have
against
fun with that, man.
family and brother against brother, and you know, the North against the South. It had to happen. I'm not afraid of that sort of thing. So, you know, I said the tendency is, and Judge Robert Bork talked about this in his book, Slouching Toward Gomorrah.
Sick.
I think the subtitle is Modern
That was
Liberalism.
actually the title of that InfoWars video
Mhm.
where they criticized Blair White and said she was like a filthy degenerate. That's funny.
Oh yeah, no. Slouching Towards Gomorrah is a classic. I've read it,
So
and
awesome.
it's one of those that it's very much like Don't Make the Black Kids Angry, or White Girl Bleed a Lot. Those are all really good if you want to get a one-sided perspective on something.
Interesting.
Yeah.
American decline. And he said the tendency with Americans is to complain for a little while and then acquiesce, just comply. And it is. And think if that would have happened back in the 1700s, would we be the United States of America today? Think if that would have happened during the institution of slavery, if we would just complain, well, we should, we shouldn't.
Things would have been different. If this didn't happen, things would be different. So please tell me how that's a justification for doing that now. Like, you need to tell me the grievances you have now that would warrant a war like an oppressive monarchy or states that wouldn't give up slavery. Like, those are legitimate reasons for a war. You being pissy with the government not making your life amazing, not so much.
Yes, Colin Flaherty is fucking obsessed. Indeed. Yeah. Indeed.
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
It's okay, let's leave it alone. No, profound change had to happen. So I don't tell people how they should do it. People get it. They'll know what to. The founding fathers knew what to do. The abolitionists knew what to do. You know, Frederick.
Hey, Alex Jones is here.
Frederick Douglass.
Oh, we were just talking about you, man.
Abolitionist. Guy I admire a lot. Read a lot about Frederick Douglass. Loved his spirit. He said this. I'll paraphrase it.
Okay, the long pauses are not necessary.
Slavery is a system of brute.
Profound, Hackbard. He's a deep thinker. He's thinking on how special each word's going to be.
Force, and it must be fought with its own weapons. How is that any different than it is pitchfork and torches time in America? It was time for change, is what he was saying.
I don't
and it
think
isn't going to be.
yours was as eloquent.
No, there was definitely, but then again, you know, Twitter.
Well, yeah, Twitter has really killed philosophy. And
Yeah, I
deep
kind
thinking.
of think anybody that uses Twitter in an attempt to actually have long-form, meaningful conversations is completely out of their minds. It's for talking shit. It's an image board that the entire world is using now. Don't take it too seriously.
That's what makes it kind of fun. It's this line you walk.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
It's essentially 4chan.
Pretty. Okay.
Sick. Good cut.
Okay then, Sheriff Clark. Anyway,
Alex Jones is pimping his stuff. Sell my copycat supplements. Yes.
So what are the latest male supplements, Alex?
Buy my water filter.
Jesus fucking Christ. I guarantee you someone just made that channel.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Alex has fallen on hard times. 0 subscribers. Come on, guys. Give him a sub.
Yeah, someone sub up to the new Alex Jones channel. Come on. I mean, he's trying hard to rebuild after this.
Yeah, YouTube is very unfair. They shut him down. I mean, If YouTube was part of the, are they part of the Illuminati with all their like hate speech shit?
Of course.
I would think they would shut him down. I don't know. If not, then the CEO of Google's a complete failure. They're letting the secret out. The revolution is now. Anyway, this is something about how gays are termites eating away at the nation's foundations.
Sweet.
Fantastic. Yep.
You all have been exposed to some very interesting and frankly disconcerting information about
faggotry.
what's going on in our country.
Utter faggotry.
And how the homosexual political movement has really infiltrated, much like, think of them like termites. They get into the wood of the house and they eat away at the very moral fabric and the foundation of our country.
Yes.
The gays.
Everyone
the
knows.
Faggots.
Everyone knows the gay degeneracy is the source of all things, and we know who invented the gay degeneracy, don't we?
Lucifer. Or Steve. Adam and Steve.
Adam and Steve.
I like that. They're like termites. They breed under rocks and they eat away at the foundations. One of the pinnacles of America was, we don't like no faggots around these parts, boys. And the gays, the LGBTQI agenda, but eating away at that.
This is exactly what the Marxist movement was all about.
Excellent.
You remember Khrushchev came and he said, we're going to get your country one way or another.
No, just put that in
the way they want
ellipses.
to do.
Come on.
Excellent.
Just put that in ellipses. Marxists, leftists.
Excellent.
The Marxist gay agenda to ruin America. I need a drink.
Is to destroy the moral fabric and create moral anarchy in our country so that our people don't.
Homosexuality is the root of all moral anarchy.
Jesus. I mean, the joke gets made way too much, but dude, you're thinking a lot about this. You need to.
Yeah, but he's
need to
only
get
thinking
gay
about
sex
it.
Off the mind.
He's only thinking about it because our degenerate culture constantly puts it in front of us and promotes it.
Yeah, because, when I turn on the TV, it's just like straight up hardcore gay sex all the time.
It's just gayness everywhere.
I can't remember the last time I was even like watching a show and like homosexuality came up.
Don't watch How to Get Away with Murder then.
Well, there's that. I don't watch TV anyway, so
Yeah.
fuck it.
If you watch How to Get Away with Murder, there are scenes that makes my fag hag mother uncomfortable. So.
Have them. No longer are they living righteous lives, but they're living lives that are ungodly. And when you do that, you lack moral courage.
You lack the moral courage to fuck the puss. If you were really morally courageous, you'd fuck a puss.
That's why they got behind Trump, because they're like, look, the grabbing pussies is a bit immoral, but at least he's not gay. He didn't say grab him by the dick. See, then they would have been like, no, you are no man of God. Grab him by the puss. America 2016.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Fantastic.
Because you can't.
Yeah, if our foundations were made of wood, we should probably change them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Will stand
Make them marble at least.
Yeah, I mean, we usually lay concrete with like steel reinforcers for that, but sure, just make it wood so termites can eat it. That's fine.
These are concrete eating termites. Super termites.
Yeah, the fat acceptance movement almost turned me asexual. Fair enough.
And oppose people who are doing wicked things if you're participating in the same activities. And so they knew, they got pornography in, and they got, got out of the schools, got pornography. You can imagine it's legal to have pornography on the internet, but we, in some jurisdictions in the country, can't stand up and say that homosexuality is wrong or immoral activity, whether it's promotion.
No, you are allowed to say
on what planet?
What are you doing right now?
Yeah, on what planet in this country are there places you can't say that? You can always say that. I mean, that's
if they're allowing porn to be legal, well, you elected Trump, so we'll see how long that lasts.
I don't understand that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, yes, porn is legal, and you can also stand up and say the things that you want to say. I mean,
isn't that how? Look. Well, if we can have that, can we give that to you? Is that a fair trade? I think that's fair. You can say all the anti-gay shit you want. Say it more. It gives me something to laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
Adultery or premarital sex, we can't say that that's wrong because that's hate speech. But
Okay.
I don't think saying premarital sex is wrong has been classified as hate speech by anyone.
Who the fuck has said anything like that?
What in the fuck?
it's perfectly legal
That's amazing.
under the First Amendment, according to the Supreme Court justices, to allow pornography to be, perpetrated upon our public, and even in the public schools is taught and shown.
They show
in public schools?
Yeah, they show and teach pornography in schools. That's
Is it because they have like nude diagrams?
yes, more than
lessons?
likely. But not only that, I mean, we're talking about the last time I heard a discussion about pornography in a public school was actually a recording of a kid in a 7th grade classroom. He just randomly turned his phone on and started recording his teacher. And she was a hyper-feminist saying that pornography should be banned because it exploits women. That's the last time I heard it being talked about in public schools, so I don't know.
And it seems like those people are on your side. Maybe you should form a coalition.
It is funny how that worked out, isn't it?
That is horseshoe theory indeed.
Yeah, you
Anyway.
can say it, just don't impose it. Yeah, imagine.
It's been perpetrated on society.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Trump
so this
will
is,
Trump will grab an executive or Trump will pass an executive order to grab all the pussies. Correct. Yeah.
That would be interesting. Interesting times are ahead. Anyway, this is Michelle Bachmann. She's talking about Trump winning, and she says that God me.
Say again. I think you dropped out there.
This is Michelle Bachmann,
Mhm.
and she is crediting God with Donald Trump's victory.
Oh, but of course.
This is probably the key graphic
I love the graph, to be fair.
of the entire
That Chance's graph was the funniest thing to watch during the night.
night. This is when
Hang on. This is New York Times.
Yes.
This is New York Times showing when the night started, they predicted that Hillary had an 80% chance of winning
That's right.
and that Trump had a 20% chance of winning.
That's
so
right.
you move along.
But then you look along the timeline.
And there were dips higher and lower as well. You can see them. They're not talking about them, but there are dips higher and lower.
No, they're acting like it's just a straight line. Things are going good, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Mm-hmm.
And exactly, this is 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We went on the air.
That's when we went on Daystar.
We went
So,
on Daystar.
Thank you,
at
Mark.
That's the moment Jesus came
7:30 at
down.
night.
Jesus came down and
Yep.
flipped that chart.
She's pointing at it like this was the magical moment right here.
Yeah, porn was invented shortly after fire, but just before the wheel. Yep. Mhm.
One of man's original inventions.
For sure.
We went on the air, but we have a prayer room here.
Yeah.
We had people all across the United States joining with our prayer room here in Dallas in prayer, and look what happened. This was the moment when the whole race broke, when prayer began, the church came out. And
Sick. Yes.
And people joined they clasped their hands together in prayer, and Donald J. Trump won.
See, she's sitting here talking about how Jesus came down and did it, and everyone who's fucking been paying attention knows it was Lord Keck. Wake up. Jesus Christ. We're trying to help you. We tried to tell you that we were memeing it to the White House and we used magic, but no, you decided you gotta still worship the fucking Jew on a stick. Fine, go ahead.
Jew on a stick.
And then we see a 30-point swing here, a 30-point swing here, and now we see the swing to 95% chance of winning Trump, 5% chance of winning Clinton. It's phenomenal. This graphic that was produced by...
Anyway, that's
Yeah.
funny. Jesus did it.
We
Amen.
willed him into the office using the power of the Lord.
Oh wow. Well, that's kind of is that cheating? That feels like cheating.
I feel like then God did it. God fucked the election up, huh? Cool.
It was rigged the whole time
By
Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus. Oh, okay. So this is I don't even remember where this was from. This is titled "How Trump's Victory Puts Obama's Legacy in Jeopardy."
Oh, good.
Oh shit.
The Donald Trump victory puts the Barack Obama
Oh my.
legacy in serious
Huh?
The chimp.
Yeah.
We're back to him.
Is this monkey
Chimp in a
news?
suit.
This is proof that Carl Pilkington was not talking shit when he was delivering monkey news. This is clearly a shaved ape.
This is the missing link right here.
Yeah, this is clearly a shaved ape.
Jeopardy. Trump ran on reversing the president's major accomplishments: Obamacare, the Iran nuclear deal, a massive increase in government regulation.
Yeah, God is not a U.S. citizen. That's a foreign power influencing the election, and that's illegal.
That's true. There's the rigging happening right there.
Disgusting.
Correspondent Kevin Cork reports tonight from the White House.
The peaceful transition of power is one of the hallmarks of our democracy.
No, friend, you misunderstand entirely. The peaceful transfer of power is almost implicitly the basis of why we have a representative democracy. It is almost why. It is the only way so far that we have functionally been able to change power without violence. Usually people shot at each other.
Yeah, that's how that goes. I'm so sorry, Barack, but you had a good 8 years, but everything you ever worked for and cared about is kind of gone.
Oh, look at that.
Can you run again? Fuck this shit.
And over the
Reese is going to be drafted to fight Iran. He is young enough. I'm not.
next few months,
They don't draft 28-year-olds.
Yeah,
we are going
to do away with the deal, and then they get nukes, and then they go to war and die. Yeah, that sounds like a good life.
Sick.
to show that to the world.
It was a message of unity. But while calling on the country to come together in the wake of Tuesday's fractious election result, President Obama may have lost more than just a chance to solidify his legacy. Also gone, a chance to influence the fate of some of his signature accomplishments, many of which...
Yeah, how?
So basically he was supposed to just like pimp himself. See, that's a selfless thing to do, because that's not how he's thinking. There's the personal and public opinion right there. Deep down beneath all the sweet words, he's thinking, oh my god, no, fuck this. But he has to, because he's the statesman. He has to ensure peace and unity.
Yeah.
Forged without the consent of Congress, including the Iran nuclear deal and Paris climate accord.
Yeah, I know. What are the chances that that show would be part of the meme magic? Orange is the new black, and our president's orange and he used to be black. What are the chances? Really? I mean, just...
Maybe they rigged it. I think they rigged it.
I mean, just statistics-wise, what were the chances of all this lining up like that? I mean, come on.
Policies to allow transgender bathroom use, and a unilateral effort at immigration reform.
That tranny faggot shit.
But while some of those have been struck down or delayed...
Like, look at all that. That's not even all of it, but like, think about all that. That's gone.
By the courts, it's his signature health care law, the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, that could be most...
I'm actually going to be completely fine with this, but I'm not going to be affected by it, so whatever.
...at risk.
Yeah, but it's kind of like what you've talked about, like, how people want to tear down society and leave rubble and not replace it with anything.
Yeah.
So you have a segment of the population that are dependent. Look, if he had said something like, I want to reform Obamacare, I want to make some changes, I would be like, okay, man, that's fine. I agree with some changes. But to say, I want to destroy it and then we don't have a plan. Okay, well, then I'm kind of fucked too, so thanks, man.
Repeal and replace.
Repeal and replace.
The disaster known as Obamacare. It's destroying our country.
Hopefully a single payer healthcare program that doesn't give power to insurance companies. That would be great.
That was candidate Trump during the...
That would be fantastic.
...campaign, declaring...
Because what we're doing now sucks.
An end to the health program that's been beset by sharp rate increases, a dwindling number of carriers, and fewer signees than expected. Experts believe there's little reason to doubt that a President Trump, armed with GOP control of Congress, won't act on his promise to gut the program.
Oh, he for sure will. That's not even a question.
Did you actually believe that? I will not do this, even though it was one of my signature things during the campaign.
Yeah, the plan is secret. All the plans are secret.
The Affordable Care Act was all...
What's your plan?
Well,
we have a plan to defeat ISIS, but it's secret. I've been talking to people. We've got experts. Okay.
A modern nation cannot survive without a draft. Yeah, probably not. I mean, if you were to actually go into what would be considered a conventional war, yeah, probably not.
trouble. President Obama himself said that it needed more legislative assistance if it was going to thrive. It's not going to get that now, and in fact, it is very likely to get dismantled.
But White House officials today said the president's policy...
Here in Europe, we figured out healthcare around a century ago. Yeah, I know. Imagine.
Policies were structured in such a way that should help them withstand attempts to undo them.
None of these policies that we've been pursuing were considered a stopgap measure or somehow temporary in nature. The president pursued these policies because of the long-term benefits they have for the American people.
It's funny, his aide actually talks like him now. He's been listening and doing the will of the president for so long, he pauses just like Obama now. Did you notice that?
Now we're going to get an aide that sounds like Trump.
I know, but did you notice that? Seriously, listen, this is the same cadence.
Long-term benefits they have for the American people.
Translation, even under ideal circumstances, unraveling the Obama legacy may prove a lot more complicated for the Trump administration than many would have believed. And one more nugget that we think you'll find interesting.
Why? Why is that a goal of your presidency, to completely discredit the guy before? That doesn't seem very productive. Maybe you should, I don't know, maybe you should focus on creating your own legacy, because you've already got a shit reputation going in. It would be nice to prove some people wrong, perhaps, but no, it's, fuck Obama. You know, let's just do away with everything he worked on, and let's have him be remembered as a failure. That's very mature.
Dude, yeah, I know. I agree entirely. Pence's insurance against assassination. Yeah. They know if they kill Donald Trump that Pence becomes president, and not a single human being on the planet wants that. That's why you gotta go for, just totally bomb the White House. Yeah, not a single human being wants that, so it makes it really easy.
You have to have a skilled assassin. If you're gonna take out Trump, it's gotta be Pence too. Otherwise, we're really fucked even more. Alright. This next thing is totally different, but this is Jewy faggy Ben Shapiro talking about how the left is terrible.
Okay.
You have to speak the language of morality.
Oh my God.
You must speak the language of morality.
No. Yes, pitchy Jew, do go on.
You've got to speak the language of morality.
Yes. Is this actually a genetic trait, or do you learn to pitch your voice into your nose?
He learned it.
Oy vey, I just gotta, you talk like this for no reason. Like, yeah, I know. You can stop anytime.
Hagbard loves black people. Is this true?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
And black people love me. What are you talking about?
You're a real nigga, dog.
Yeah, listen. Mexican people love me, okay?
I'm sure they do.
Left wins because nobody on the left knows anything about politics. They know you're evil. That's it.
Well,
they know you're a racist, sexist, bigot, homophobe who hates the poor. Right? That's what they know about you. And it's not they think that about you. They know that about you.
Fact.
Painful.
Fact.
They just think you're a racist, sexist, homophobe.
Oh, it's just like, it's word salad. And it's so recycled.
Oblivion Zone. Everywhere. Why would I do that? I don't like to lie. It makes me uncomfortable. I can't tell you he doesn't sound like a gnome. He sounds exactly like a gnome. He could voice gnomes.
Is it possible people just hate you? And you know, actually for me, sometimes it has nothing to do with policy. It's just because you're a fucking irritant.
Deep down, they know all these evil things about you, which is why Thanksgiving dinners are always so awkward if you're unfortunate to have Jewish relatives or you have friends on the left. Which are the exact same focus group.
I have a fear for his future because I don't know that he's going to age particularly well.
if this is what we're looking at now.
And this voice isn't going to get any better.
Jesus, can you imagine, like, 50-year-old Ben Shapiro?
Is he straight? Yeah, he's married. Well, I guess that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, no.
Truth be told.
I'm very unconvinced at the moment.
The answer to all of this is to speak in the language of morality. This is why I never say the government compels people to do stuff. The government does not compel people to do stuff. The government compels people to do stuff at point of gun. Why do I say that? Because left...
Yeah, good.
Oh, fear-mongering over guns, I guess. You're talking to right-wingers. I think That doesn't even work then.
No, he's fear-mongering the libertarians. This is the anarcho-capitalist / libertarian talking point.
Oh, yeah,
They don't. The government's robbing you, right? The government's robbing you because you pay taxes, and if you don't pay your taxes, they can put you in jail. And if you don't go to jail willingly, and you try and not go to jail, then they can shoot you. Do you see? So it's all at the point of a gun.
If I was at like a speech and someone told me to speak the language of morality, I'd probably just get up and leave. I'd be like, "This is some weird cult. Oh, and you're trying to get me to like go against the powers to be. Okay, we're good. We're good, man. No more."
Are scared of guns. Right? When you say the government compels things, people say, "Oh, well, compulsion. Well, that's just like taxes, right?" No. That's somebody coming to your house in the middle of the night with a SWAT team, with a gun, pointing it at you and dragging you off to prison for not doing what they want.
See?
For tax evasion?
See, I told you. It's exactly what he's saying. I'm telling you.
For tax evasion.
Yeah.
Do they bring a SWAT team in the dead of night? They break in because they don't want to be seen.
Yeah, not traditionally. I mean, you'd have to be evasive for that to occur.
Yeah, you'd probably have to be doing some other shit.
Right, that is what we are facing. Right, when it comes to the left...
Yeah, he'll go from 14 straight to 64. I see it happening. I can see it. That's exactly what... You got it, exactly. You said it better than I ever could. He's going to go from 14 to 64, like, bam.
He does look 64, or 14.
Yeah.
He doesn't look 64.
And as soon as his laugh lines finish, it's over for him.
Oh, man, the yarmulke. I just noticed it. I was like, what the fuck is... Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because it's weird because he's an actual religious Jew. He's not even just like culturally Jewish. He's a Yahweh worshiper.
Within 15 years, this guy's running for presidency. Fuck, I hope not.
Oh, no, come on.
Fuck, I hope not.
It's not, when we're such idiots.
He's legitimately a religious crazy, so I really hope not. I mean, he legitimately is. I listen to his podcast. Yes. He is legitimately, and he teaches people how to hide religious law under secular theory. No shit.
Oh my God.
He advised people, like,
Shapiro.
if you're anti-gay marriage, right? What you do is you don't say that you're anti-gay marriage. Say you're anti the state being involved with marriage. You chunk it off and make it so marriage is just a religious ceremony. That's his stance.
Yeah, he was saying that. He was saying that on the Rubin Report, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is his thing. This thing is teaching people to use secular law under religious guise.
Well, that's how you become like really scummy to me within a matter of seconds.
Yeah, because oy vey.
Honestly, we were constantly arguing about whether our tax program...
Oh, we gotta find a way to trick the goy.
...is more efficient than their tax program.
This is why they put Jews in camps.
This is why they hate you, Ben.
See, Barack Obama gave the right answer to the wrong question, right?
Gay Jew equals Hebrew.
When he was asked...
Hebrew.
Good.
Yes.
Excellent.
Classic.
In 2008, would you raise the capital gains tax, even if it means less revenue to the government? Would you raise it? He said yes for purposes of fair.
Oh, fuck, I was going to say this guy is like a bad stereotype of an annoying Jew before I knew he was Jewish. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Like, anyone would have guessed it, right? Come on.
Yeah, for real.
Fairness. Right? Even if it meant people were more impoverished, even if it meant people were more poor, the answer was yes for purposes of fairness. Why? Because people don't speak the language of poverty. People don't speak the language of efficiency. People don't speak Mitt Romney's 57-point tax plan. You can't even name 2 points on his 57-point tax plan. People speak the language of fairness and justice and morality. They want to think that they're right and the other guy.
Now we can slide in and take control of the social justice movement by using the language of morality. Begin.
He's taking issue with people speaking the language of fairness and justice. Why is everything a language? How about like we believe in creating a more fair society in some sectors, so we offer some programs to help poor people.
Yeah.
That is just the end of the world. How dare you're against efficiency? Well, isn't society was brought together to be more efficient for all people involved. So I don't understand why we need to be like, okay, you know what, this group of people, fuck them.
Oh, he's Kyle's cousin from South Park. You're right.
Yeah, he is. Totally.
Perfect.
Is wrong. They want to have a feeling of, in many cases, unearned moral superiority based on their opposition to things. This is why all of everybody was getting off, ripping on Donald Sterling for being a crazy old racist coot. Did they accomplish anything? No. But they felt real good because they got to go around telling all their friends that Donald Sterling was...
Yeah, they did accomplish something. He sold his team for more money than it was worth. Excellent.
Dun, dun, dun.
You guys are idiots, by the way. That's what happened. He played you like a fiddle. You think that was an accident? Fuck no. His team was worth like $40 million. He sold for 150. So consider.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
...a racist old coot. Right? This is what they do. So, speak their language. In other words, next time they say something like, I believe in the minimum wage.
Ben is probably shorter than you, depending on your height, but he is a short guy. He is a very small man. I'm not even trying to be mean. He is just a small dude.
Yeah, no, he's short. He's taking it even farther than most people. Like, if you believe in a minimum wage at all, so like do away with it completely. I hope not then, Ben, because I'd be really fucked. That would suck. They're paying me like $2 an hour. Fuck no.
Yeah.
Then you should say, why exactly is it that you want to put a gun to the head of a business owner?
See, this is the libertarian talking point.
And force them to pay something.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that okay? Why isn't that violative of basic principles of consent? Like you over here, you like gay marriage because you say that two men should be able to wed each other, but those two men shouldn't be able to do business with each other in a mutually agreed relationship?
What now?
So if instead of them having sex, they were actually just, one was signing a check to the other to paint his car, then you're saying that's not okay? And that you're going to take a gun and put it to the head of one of them?
Oh, what,
oh my God.
What is he about? Collecting taxes now? Where did we jump off
just like, it's the minimum wage, so you force a business to pay a certain amount of money to their employees because we've deemed like, okay, we need people to get by in society and not be completely impoverished everywhere. Apparently that is like, we're threatening people, we're taking away their freedoms, even though that gives people more freedoms, to give them more money to actually be able to live in a country, Ben. But apparently that's equivalent to saying something is done with force would be like putting a gun to someone's head and saying, we're going to kill you now if you don't do this. I think it's a bit more complicated than that.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the problem is that minimum wage laws essentially exist because of inflation. If we could find a way to combat that, it really wouldn't matter. I mean, once upon a time, as I'm sure everyone is well aware, you bought a loaf of bread for about 10 cents. So if you made $1 a day, it really wasn't a big deal. Yeah, well, the dollar's not worth shit, and it's declining. So that's the other problem. You got to hit from both ends.
We can have a conversation.
I like the idea of compressing from both sides. That's my theory. Gay people are dirty. Fair enough. I mean,
Ben, can we keep the minimum wage where it's at now, or maybe raise it a little bit until we fix inflation?
Isaac says we don't have a minimum wage here in the social democratic paradise of Finland that Bernie's always talking about. Fantastic.
In order to make that happen, it's because you're a totalitarian, right? This is the truth. The left is totalitarian. You don't have to feel bad about saying these things.
Go with that. What if you just go with the label and say, yeah, I'm totalitarian. What now?
Yeah.
What do we do? I believe in a society that's ruled by law and order. I believe in people living semi-decent lives. Is there a problem here, Ben? How about you tell me why that's wrong exactly? Instead of just throwing baseless labels at people like you constantly bitch about.
Yeah. Why is humanity is fucked language? We can couch ridiculous ideas in language that make people see. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a big language game. He's even just like admitting it. It's so weird.
If you look at the history of especially Western society, I mean, it's not to say it. Look, if you want to see how this really gets out of hand, go look at Confucianism in ancient China. That's how this whole language use to hide what you're doing thing is really rampant and out of control. But we actually in the West have a tradition of trying to stop this. And in ancient Greece, they would actually have rhetoricians fight each other to try and be like, okay, you're clearly bullshitting here. You're lying about this. This is what we need. You have to kind of take things apart here. But Ben here is building up a new line of rhetoric. That's what this is. He's trying to essentially, the libertarian movement, a good portion of them are non-religious. And he's trying to inject religiosity into an essentially non-religious organization. What is the minimum wage in the U.S.? There is no minimum wage in the U.S. right now, is there?
It
I think it's
varies.
state. It's state.
I think in my region it's like $7.25 or something.
Yeah, but it's state, right? Is there? I think there is a federal minimum wage, but then states set higher ones. They tend to.
Reese believes in a good, hearty sex bot. Yes.
Somebody when you talk about the inefficiencies of the left's social policies in the inner city, who gives a crap? This is really, I mean, honestly, that no one in the inner city is thinking about, wow, this really is not very efficient. What they're thinking is there are a bunch of Tea Party Ku Klux Klanners out there who are going to invade their inner city and burn down their houses. Why do they think that? Because they're Democrats and apparently some Republicans, Thad Cochran, who actually have been doing this sort of stuff, have been saying this sort of stuff.
Ben Shapiro, he doesn't like Trump. That's why I do like him more than most conservatives.
Yeah, Shapiro has been very fun to listen to. His last podcast was great.
Yeah, so he has some entertainment factor. I think his ideas are worth debating over a lot of people.
And he talks into a microphone like this for an hour, like 2-3 times a week. He does this for hours.
The answer to that is that the real racists are and always have been folks on the left who wish to exploit racial division in order to pay off their cronies.
Yes, excellent, Ben.
It's all a big conspiracy. Is it possible that people are just like misguided and like believe that there's some racism that's not there? It's this conspiracy, like you need to pay off all these people. You need to make money through, like, whoa, dude, you lost me.
How long is this?
This goes on for way too long, probably.
Yeah, nope, we're done.
Yeah, no, that is more than enough. Someone in the chat called us regressives for playing this. That's awesome.
Sweet.
Okay. Oh, this is also from Rebel Media. This is called "Congratulations, America! You've won your second war of independence."
Sick.
Congratulations, America! You just had your second war of independence, your Revolutionary War, and you won this one without even firing a shot.
Ezra.
As Donald,
why? What's up with the Jews today?
Yeah,
Conservative Jews.
You have a lot of conservative Jews on our podcast here, Reese. Are you you edging towards anti-Semitism?
I wasn't aware of.
I mean, you edging towards anti-Semitism here? What's going on? I don't.
We are about to rename ourselves the Swastika Cast.
Leftists and their Pinkerton agents.
Leftists.
And their Pinkerton agents.
Trump said it would be. It's America's Brexit. Breaking free against all the sneering establishment.
Well, I mean, emotionally, certainly. It parallels it quite well.
I remember when we were covering Brexit and we were laughing at the comparisons, honestly. I find it silly.
Well, yeah, because what it is a difference of governance as opposed to the difference of a fucking dude in a suit. Because that's what we changed. We changed dudes in suits, and they stopped being, or voted to stop being part of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. This morning I was an alt-right lunatic, and now I'm a regressive. There's no winning.
Establishments who said you'd never do it. The political establishment, the media establishment, the rootless global corporations, the big public sector government unions, big everything. In the UK Brexit campaign, all the elites were for staying in the European Union. Yes. Everyone except the people, who shocked the pollsters by voting to leave. Well, what America just did was even harder. See,
is Hagbard smoking weed? Yeah. What is that a serious question?
In Brexit, the UK voted to leave the European.
So I would need to look at the Brexit polls again, but I'm pretty sure it was much more of a majority of the people were in favor of leaving. This in America, this was barely a majority at all.
And I mean in Brexit it wasn't a landslide either, but it was, I think they did do it by populace. I don't recall. Truth be told, I'm not familiar enough. As I've joked with several Europeans that were giving me shit, consider I don't even know who your president is, or if you have a president or a king, or what system of government you operate under. So consider. I don't give a shit.
Consider. I like what Thunderfoot said when that happened. Like, I look at this and I don't think democracy won. If a nation is this split, I don't think this is a victory for democracy. Not particularly.
There is
I think that
I mean, this has always been
divisive.
Yeah, this has always been the case. You can go watch footage from the 1970s of the same bullshit. It's always been The problem is that democracy is great on a small scale.
It'd be great if we had like educated citizens.
On like a
That'd be
large
nice.
scale, it's essentially non-functional.
It's useless.
Yeah, it really is. It just essentially is non-functional. There's a reason. Again, the reason why we have one of the reasons we have an electoral college is it's a way to break down the democracy. It's a way for regional things to occur that then affect the larger majority, as opposed to just the majority ruling. Because you really don't want that.
Hagbard, you're aggressive.
I know. I've accepted this.
Union, which is based in Belgium, dominated by Germany, and had little connection to the real life of ordinary Brits, except as a foreign-imposed irritation and the external political force behind unlimited immigration and open borders. But America just broke off with a part of itself, the elites, headquartered in Washington, D.C.
Eject elites.
Okay, that's not even necessarily a good thing. There's a
Burn
reason
Washington to the
people-
ground.
When someone's elite, that's actually not a bad thing. I'm so tired of that too. The elites are like the smart people in our country, the successful people. And you didn't even do that. You elected an elite who just put a bunch of elites in his cabinet. So you're a retard.
Reese just called Trump smart. Everyone never forget that moment. Just everyone never ever
Okay,
forget
look,
that moment.
He's dumb, but he's also a genius in how dumb he is. It's weird. It's hard to explain.
No, to properly describe Donald Trump requires but one word. The word is shrewd. No, he is. He's a very shrewd man. He is a businessman, and he observes ebb and flows. That's what he does. I mean, he's a very shrewd man. He's not a Pulitzer Prize winner. That's all I'm saying. He's not a genius, but he's shrewd.
He's crafty. I'd use that word.
Mm-hmm. Communism, great system, wrong species. Yep.
Hagbard, I'm pretty sure you're still regressive, though. I mean, why are you reviewing this? You should be on these people's side.
Hagbard could be aggressive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is that a problem?
In New York and Hollywood and San Francisco Bay, official America, fancy America, powerful America, cool America, rich America, hip America. In that way, it was more like a U.S. Civil War than a Revolutionary War, but it's both, actually.
Excellent.
Of course, Donald Trump is noisy and rude and a bull in a china shop and relentless and arrogant. Most disruptive.
Trump's been playing chess for years. We still playing checkers.
Yeah. I like how, oh my god, it's painful. They'll sit there and they'll be like, yeah, this is a great thing that happened, and he's, very boisterous and rude and upsets people. It's like, yeah, that doesn't sound that great, actually. Maybe I'd prefer calm, collected, cool, calm, and collected, the 3 C's. Can we have that? No, we can't have that.
Trump's IQ is 360 quick scope MLA. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Politicians are, and I imagine all revolutionaries are. You need those characteristics to bust up the cartels. I mean, whose side do you think Teddy Roosevelt would have been on? Roosevelt, the trust buster who broke up the big monopolies. How would he have felt about Google, Facebook, YouTube, CNN, Twitter, the New York Times, all colluding with...
Sick.
That required regulation, though. To break up monopolies included acts of regulation, which I was pretty sure you were against. Your side's mostly against. I don't what side are you even on, Ezra? It doesn't make sense. Your talking points shift so much.
What is the red donut on his... I believe that's supposed to be the poppy like they do in England. I believe he's trying to show international solidarity by using that symbol.
It's so strange.
This is Anglosphere stuff, if you want to be honest.
He is Jewish, by the way.
Yeah, but this is Anglosphere stuff. That's what this is. This is like people...
Reese equals Trump supporter. Yeah, if that's what today's show showed you, then sure.
With the Democrats. Oh, and the Department of Justice and the IRS. You know what I mean. How about Abraham Lincoln, the first and greatest Republican? How would he have felt about the race and sex identity politics of the left? Whose side do you think de Tocqueville would have been on? It's not just Americans who need to...
that himself, like when he's talking about slaves. Some people call Abe Lincoln a cuck for freeing the slaves. It's funny. But he was a Republican, but the party's not even remotely similar to 1865. So, and Trump's not a Republican, not lifelong.
Oh, this is Canada. That explains it.
Yeah.
I don't even know where these people are
located
based.
in Canada,
Imagine that. I don't even... Wait. These guys are obsessed with American politics.
Yes, well, and Trudeau. They have, like, Trudeau really triggers these people.
Any Canadians in the chat, post one if you want us to just retake the greater Alaskan province. It's up to you at this point. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we could do that. I didn't even know these people were fucking Canadians, so.
Yeah, Rebel Media, maybe, like, stay out of our politics.
The reason the poppy thing surprised me is Americans certainly don't do that. I've never seen an American do that. So if this is normal within the Anglosphere, yeah. But I would have been shocked if an American had finally picked it up.
Only a cuck thinks of others.
Obviously.
Just to the new reality, so does the rest of the world. The Saudis and Qataris and Moroccans and Emiratis who have been paying millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation to buy influence, yeah, they face a less rentable president now. The open borders crowd, whether it's in Mexico or Germany, well, there's a new sheriff in town. United Nations globalists, from the global warming crowd to trade deals that always seem to give China a pass, that's going to change too. And if I were an Iranian...
everything. Wow. It's like you elect someone and all the ills of the world go away. It's amazing.
I know. Lord Trayton, I've actually had discussions with people about that. The internet means educated no longer equals college degree unnecessarily. Yeah, the internet definitely allows people to pick up more information. And it used to be that cities were centers of like learning and distribution, and that's not even true anymore. That's why cities exist. I mean, we've reached a point where cities are where people fucking don't want to live. Cities have become 18th century slums again, essentially. No one wants to live in a big city. Most people, anyway, don't want to live in the hive because you don't need to anymore. You don't benefit enough by doing so unless you're ADD. So that it is funny to watch the shift occur where more people within, rural communities are having access to higher and higher technology. As that happens, it will be interesting to watch the shift.
Yeah, I think that gives people less of an excuse. Why do we have so many uneducated people still? We have the internet.
They have a Canada now, huh? Fuck yeah.
Oh, they have a candidate, all right. They just elected him.
Ayatollah, I'd be using some of that Obama ransom money to buy a plane ticket out of Dodge. Congratulations, America, and good luck. For the Rebel.media, I'm Ezra.
Well, thank you, Ezra. It was nice hearing from you, in spite of your tinny audio.
They're running a bit of a schlocky operation over there, but we'll forgive it.
Yeah, they're Canadians. I've watched their television shows. I forgive them.
Oh my God! So this is someone who we've been requested to play videos from for a long time. He's called the Golden One on YouTube.
Oh, did we finally get around to this guy?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I put a clip of him in a video and people freaked out and wanted more. So this video is titled "Vote Dr. David Duke for Senate."
Yeah, James, I understand, but you pretend like that doesn't occur fucking everywhere. The bell curve is even. Being in a city doesn't make you smarter. Trust me. I grew up in a metropolitan area. Plenty of retards, I assure you. Plenty of uneducated
retards. Just for porn. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's what you should believe. If you see something on the internet, you instantly believe it. It's a pair of titties. I mean, that's otherwise.
I believe them titties.
I don't even believe it's a woman. I believe them titties. You have no idea if it's even attached to a full female. I don't know.
It could be like some 3D Hollywood.
No, this could be a trap for all you know. If this is a trap for all you know. But those titties are real. Those are real. Even if they're fake titties, those titties are real.
Yep. I believe in the titties. Titties
I'm
2016.
just saying. That's probably the best way to go. More Rebel Media.
We missed it, apparently. Oh, Lauren. Hey.
Hi, Lauren.
I guess we missed the golden one. We can do this.
Did you?
Yeah, there was something in between, but whatever.
Sick.
Oh, this is called Vote on Policy. This is funny because she attempts comedy and it's really shit comedy.
Well, that's somewhat frightening.
Yep.
Is she allowed to do comedy?
She shouldn't be. Christ almighty.
I mean, that seems weird.
Guys, it's time for tough love. Look, I get it. It's close to the election. It's easy to be distracted, especially this year. But seriously,
with
we all need to
like
step.
This.
Let me see. Let's see if this will do it.
We could come back to this later. It's fine.
I'm grabbing it right now.
The golden one.
I want the golden one, so this.
Yeah, the
this has to
golden one's
happen.
pretty fucking gold, actually.
Yeah, it's something special. So this kind of has to happen.
There was this video of his. It was so funny. He was criticizing Milo Yiannopoulos because Milo said that like the alt-right was bad and racist, and he was like, "Milo, I'm disappointed. You're a cock."
Sick. That's what I'm talking
You disappoint
about.
me, Milo.
Your
Yiannopoulos.
cockery has broken my dear Nordic heart. Let me.
Can they elect me for California?
Do that, and then go here.
Excellent. There we go.
Yes. Yes. The golden one is upon us now, and we will know.
Thor's retarded brother.
We will know true purity.
Greetings. Today I want to elaborate on why you should vote for Dr. David Duke for the American Senate. And now to keep it short, he has relentlessly...
Okay, fair enough. I guess if you were part of this crowd, you would do that. I mean, I don't know why you would feel the need to make a whole YouTube video about it. It seems self-explanatory, but okay. You go right ahead.
Elect him, or else you're a cock.
This guy's about to get a sub boost.
over the last few decades battled against the corrupt political establishment of America, an establishment which has been excruciatingly destructive for both America, Europe and the Middle East. If you want to get to the root of the conflicts in the Middle East which has spurred the migrant invasion of Europe, you need to look at the military interventions which has cost...
yes.
Yes, that is
I love
Keck.
this talking point.
Yeah, that is Keck. On the back. Yes.
You know, if you want to look at what inspired the refugees, you need to blame America. Fuck America.
Yeah, is he from the 80s? Yes. Yeah, this is a time traveler. Yeah.
Golden one, we will take the blame. It's not the fault of Islam or Islamic fighters. It's our fault for, you know, attempting to intervene in a fucked up region of the world. It's our fault. We'll take the blame.
I would hate for David Duke to get in the Senate. It's a toss up at this point if I saw the numbers correctly. It's not.
I mean, like, if Trump's gonna get in, David Duke has a chance.
Yeah, it's a toss up.
Tremendous amounts of lives, both in American soldiers and in Middle Eastern lives. If you want to go to the root of that,
Yes, he does have man titties, indeed. But to be fair, they are not fat.
suggest you look into
This
They're masculine titties.
Yeah, those are man titties in the purest sense of the words.
He can make them bounce.
Is he
with his
Encino
mind.
Man? Basically, yes. This is Encino Man for all intents and purposes.
political establishment of America and the
Joss
people
is
who
here.
have their primary allegiance not to
Joss. Hi, Joss.
America but to Israel. These are the very same forces that Dr. David Duke has battled for a very long time. And I can assure you that
He's battled them nobly.
David
like a
Duke.
stallion.
David Duke fights for you.
taking the
Dr.
heat
David Duke.
Is he one of the nihilists from the Big Lebowski? Huh.
for going out of your way to express politically incorrect opinions. It is glorious, but it's not always all too comfortable, and I can only have massive respect for a guy who has been taking the heat.
Culture is glorious.
Fighting for the
Wow.
glory of your people.
For
No, his body is way too big for his head.
so long
Yeah, no,
for
it's-
something he
Lauren is, yeah, fair enough. His tits are as big as Lauren Southern's, also true.
truly believes in. And I've had the pleasure of talking to Dr. David Duke on numerous occasions, and I can attest that he has nothing but love for Western civilization, and he is not hateful in the least. Obviously, he's gonna hate an establishment that destroys what he loves. That is only natural. I think we all do the same. But he's never expressed any hateful sentiments, as far as I'm aware, to any particular group outside of that political class, the Zionists.
David Duke has a pure heart. He has no hate. Don't you understand?
He's never expressed hatred to any groups.
David Duke
Okay,
is a complete pure, all right? And what you're doing right now is clearly slander.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's,
doctor,
It's
yeah.
It's cuckery and slander.
Yeah,
at
he's
the
got
same time.
again. David Duke to me is, as I've always joked, the ultimate warning of if you ever meet someone who says, "I'm very into history," They're either a racist or someone that happens to like stories about the past. Those are the only two options I've noticed.
It's becoming more the first.
No, and I mean it's any side. If I've met any person you meet that says that's black is also probably wearing that outfit that's brightly colored and has the slit down the front of it. I don't remember what it's called.
It's Ghazi or retard
Yeah,
Ghazi.
exactly.
One of the two.
Exactly. It's like listen. I studied history. Oh shit, here we go. Oh shit.
Don't study history if this is the result.
Now, you ask yourself, oh, but sure, the media has told me that Dr. David Duke is a racist, a hateful bigot, a white supremacist, an anti-Semite, and you need to realize
Can we start putting
these are
ellipses around the media? I mean, this guy's anti-Jewish too. Let's be real, man. Just say, I'm sure you've heard from the Jews that Dr. David Duke is a racist.
Yeah, exactly. I am not a racist. All of my friends are niggers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly that.
Just
I had a black
words
friend once.
that
Dashiki, I'll never remember it. I've heard it like 1,000 times, and it'll never stick in my head because it's a nonsense word.
your political opponent use against you when they have nothing else. It's the equivalent of tapping out in a jiu-jitsu match. It is just saying, you know what, I don't have any good arguments to refute your arguments with, so I'm just gonna call you names and move on. So you see, if your opponent...
Lord Trayton, or Trayton, thanks. I needed that. I sincerely needed that. Wow.
Something I like, it's so weird to me, but and you could probably blame it on like politically correct people, but the word racist still means something. Like, yeah, Dr. Duke he's a racist, sure, but apparently someone saying that is, oh my god, it's slander, and you're just ad hom alert, you're just calling names. Well, what if we tell you why he's racist based on things he's actually said about other races? Is that no more labels? We're done. The world, enough labels. Come on. No need for ad homs.
You can only say these sort of things, call you these sort of names, you have won. And at this stage in time, late 2016...
Well, the problem is that that's how things are being perceived. It does have to do with the fact that a lot of people do exactly what he's describing, that this is actually gaining momentum. When these people say something and it ends up being observably true, that's fucking dangerous. Because that's the truth. That's the truth kernel around which the shit pearl gets formed.
Yes.
No one should
as
take
someone like I've spent so long criticizing the SJWs, I just see through it now, and I'm just like,
yeah,
you know, it's whatever. I take this guy. I can listen to this guy in a vacuum fine enough, and I understand that he's full of shit too.
Sort of accusations seriously. You are racist as long as you are not going along with the official narrative. So that really shouldn't mean anything. I've been called racist a lot of times, doesn't mean I hate anyone, and I think that most of my subscribers who's been with me for a long time can attest to that as well, that I have genuinely no hate for anyone except for the corrupt political class. But I have plenty of love for my own people, which...
Excellent.
I'm not racist, but I have an in-group preference.
About how many times, in the chat, drop a number, approximately how many times would you say he's watched The Greatest Story Never Told all the way through? How many times? Do you think it's like a weekend thing that he's done for the last few years, or what? I mean, I think this is probably like his popcorn movie at this point.
He sits on the couch with Pepe and watches.
Pepe!
Which is something I promote that all people should have for themselves. You love yourself, you love your culture, doesn't mean you have to hate anyone for that. But
no,
then again...
it's only, oh my god. Are you like... I haven't watched enough of his videos, but are you hating other cultures within your country? Are you forcing people out? Because then that's probably why people say that.
I've been called...
Just you saying, I love my culture... That doesn't mean shit.
I've been called racist lots of times by those fucking Jews. Yeah, I know, right?
And he has said that. I mean, like, there was this video, it was awesome. He was like, we seem inclined to blame the Jews for everything. I suggest a different method. We can find some common ground, but it will be hard. Or something like that. Oh, it's awesome.
The times overall or times a year? Yeah, that's fair.
they're only using these sort of arguments to discredit his opinions. And now they're also trying to get blacks to not vote for Dr. David Duke because he has been in the Ku Klux Klan 40 years ago. 40 years ago. Who cares?
Awesome. College education is to educate people on what to call minorities and to make enough of them move far away from them. Sick.
There's less noble motives, surely.
I think we're done.
Anyway,
with him.
yeah, no, he's gotten boring. Let's do the Lauren Southern.
He does have quite a forehead, though. To be fair, I mean,
yeah.
Say what
He's
you
a
want.
noble warrior.
Say what you want, but that was an epic forehead.
Yeah, let's do the vote on policy. We'll finish up with that.
Guys, it's time for tough love. Look, I get it. It's close to the election. It's easy to be distracted, especially this year.
Is this another get out and vote?
Yep.
Fantastic.
But seriously, we all need to...
From two blonde conservative talking heads.
Yep.
This seems to be
on the same channel, right? Or is Tomi Lahren not on the Rebel?
No, Tommy's on the Blaze.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
I mean,
you
like,
can see.
They're pretty much the same.
Yeah, you can see my confusion.
Step back, quit being fools, and vote based on one thing: policy. Which candidate's platform do you want enacted, and which candidate do you think is actually capable of doing so? Answer that question and vote. I'm only saying this because, let's be real, everyone is making a complete fucking fool of themselves this election cycle. I mean, just look at what's happening. There have been literally hundreds of stupid stunts, riots.
There have been literally hundreds.
People being beaten.
Literally hundreds.
People having eggs thrown on them. People having racist slurs yelled at them. And my God, even a horse was punched. And now there's a new...
That was just funny. I don't know if anyone saw that. Has anyone else seen that? That was fantastic.
We should have covered it, damn it.
Yeah, that was so good. She meant to punch a human and missed. It was so good.
New one. Everyone and their mom is being sexually assaulted. Yeah, turns out
yeah, that's fair.
Donald Trump was right when he said someone's doing the raping.
Shouldn't Lauren be focusing on encouraging Canadians to get rid of Trudeau? No, she's taking the short route, and we've got Donald Trump now, and like I said, we'll just reclaim Greater Alaska. It's fine. Trudeau's gone. It's just a matter of us invading. Don't worry about it.
Trudeau is the least of my concerns.
Yeah, we'll just annex Canada, and then you won't have to worry about it. That's her plan.
Fuck him.
Apparently by someone, he meant fucking everybody. Hillary, check. Bill, check. Their campaign managers, check, check. And of course, Trump himself, check. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your pussy, because they grabbing all of them out here. Oh, and sorry, I almost forgot.
Yes.
Oh my God, a bedroom intruder reference.
Accusations that are so silly, they're hilarious. Did you hear about that one where Hillary is actually a body double? Or how...
Yes, that's my favorite. That is my favorite by far.
Oh, was that part of like the hologram thing? Yeah. That was awesome.
It's all good.
I love it.
Trump is actually a Russian plant.
Of
They're
course.
amazing.
Yeah, my favorite was that Trump was a Manchurian candidate because he went over to Russia once and then came back and now ran for president, so he clearly got captured by the KGB and programmed. I mean, obviously.
Interesting. But the thing is, some of that stuff has, not that exactly, but some of that has come out in recent days, Russia's involvement. That's just amazing. That we could have... I wish the Vladimir Putin clip would have worked. That would have been interesting. But whatever. Maybe next time.
And surely you heard about all these black people destroying cars with Trump bumper stickers on them, or disabled ladies getting shoved over at rallies. If you haven't heard any of that, well, you haven't missed a damn thing. Because this election has gotten stupid. Unbelievably stupid.
Well, yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. Not a damn one of these things matters. These assholes in the media are going back decades through Apprentice episodes to find one regrettable thing Trump said to try and sway the election. And the assholes on the other side...
Oh my God.
It's been so much fun.
Who cared though? Like, a lot of people, at least people I talked to, we went and voted. We voted based on the policies that were presented. And we didn't give a shit about any of this.
I've joked
like when
with
this
people,
stuff came up, I didn't even remember most of this.
Yeah, I've joked with people. 95% of people voted along party lines. Don't ever get that twisted. 95% of people just voted with whatever it is they usually vote.
...are pointing to Hillary's husband and bashing him to make her lose the election. Hey,
Ridiculous.
newsflash, I know damn well most people in America have made inappropriate remarks like grab her by the pussy, and I know damn well that there are hundreds of thousands of families in America that have stayed with a cheating asshole spouse for their family. These things are hypocritical, emotional bullshit. People.
Oh my god. No.
Yeah.
No.
Excellent.
Have a lot of Americans made like statements that implied no consent was involved? I haven't. No one I know has. And when it comes to the cheating, yeah, like we get that. That's what politicians have to do, because they don't want to make an even bigger scandal out of it.
They were raped.
Whatever. Is this part of the Jew Illuminati?
It was all,
I think it is.
It was all rape.
People are trying to win the election with this kind of emotion-driven crap because they think the American public are idiots. And judging by how many people seem willing to choose the fate of America based on a regrettable comment made decades ago, or because someone got a blowjob 2 decades ago, I really worry that they might be right. Because only an idiot would choose a president based on either of those things. And as Ben Shapiro, rest his soul, likes to say, facts don't care about your feelings.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, I'd like to extend that.
Jesus.
Bad guy.
We've circled all the way back to Ben Shapiro.
It's amazing. They're like, you know what? He was one of these never Trump people. He's all right. He's all right, but still fuck him a little bit.
Even further. This election is about
what is it with who's this Aleppo guy?
the future. And the future doesn't care about your feelings. The fate of America is on the line, and guess what? The fate of America doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. So why are so many of the
they
American
wouldn't be able to get away with this many bad words on the Blaze?
No,
Canada's really pushing the border.
This is clearly edgier.
Damn, it's edgy. It's cutting edge. This is what this is.
public allowing politicians and activists to abuse those feelings in order to cloud their judgment. I didn't mention that crazy stuff at the beginning just because I thought it was stupid. I mentioned it because most of it didn't even happen. Were there riots by Trump supporters? Nope. That was just a plan by some Democrat asshole named Scott Bowall to cause chaos by planting mentally ill people in crowds.
Excellent.
It's a conspiracy.
Excellent.
Was this Trump car destroyed?
Joey Salads, hey! Hey, we're talking about a guy that makes bad prank videos. Check it out. It's Joey Salads. He shouldn't be a YouTuber, but everyone watches his shit.
You might as well put up like Adam Saleh.
Hey, imagine we were talking about PewDiePie right now. Wouldn't that be cool? No, it's Joey Salads instead. The person everybody hates. The person people hate watch predominantly. Fucking Joey Salad.
You put up Onision. That would have been funny.
Nope. Some asshole named Joey Salads literally went into ghettos and paid black people to
Yeah, she just did the Francesca Nope again. Yeah, she did. This is exactly the same delivery. Nope. You're right. Fuck.
Yeah, sometimes I think this might be Francesca before she puts on blackface.
Yeah, that's what this is. This is Francesca, and then she puts on a fucking braided wig, and this is what we're doing.
We've discovered something.
Hack his car so he could make the front page of Drudge Report as a fake victim. Was a disabled woman pushed over at a Trump rally? Nope. She just kept following and grabbing a 70-year-old blind guy.
See?
Nope,
she
nope.
keeps... Nope.
Nope. I can't unhear it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're running this when essentially she's discounting the noise on both sides. I have no idea what the purpose of this is at all. Truth be told.
It's like, just go, they're trying to like be on the fence, and it's weird. It's like, go vote on policy. It's like, yeah, I did. Most people I talked to did.
Yeah, I can honestly say I have no idea why, really what the purpose of this is, so.
Yeah, no. Well, that goes with every video we've watched today.
Her off him. No word yet as to whether she grabbed him by the pussy. Like, I don't even know what is real or not anymore. It's all just one massive meme. We're all being pranked. Even I fall for some of it too every once in a while. Sometimes it takes a really hard pinch to wake me up and make me realize.
I know where you want to be pinched.
The globalists are coming.
Oh, the grabbing by the pussy talk got her hot.
That's why on my Twitter profile I put globalist in the ellipses.
that no, this does not matter. My point is that regardless of party, we have to do so much better. We as a world have to think more. That includes me.
Sick.
It doesn't mean we shouldn't report when either party behaves badly. No one wants people getting beat up at political rallies.
I don't think most people who
those
voted
kind
were
of sideshows are not a reason to vote. None of those people
thinking with the
punching
head down
others,
under.
yelling racist slurs in the crowd
Jesus.
of these
my God,
rallies are making policies. They're just
Terrible. Like really, she's just like so spastic and autistic about this.
Life
I can't
is memes.
even focus.
Yeah, life is memes.
just asses. And Trump being an asshole in his celebrity years ages ago does not impact policy. Hillary Clinton talking
What
like
if
she
he's an
walked off
asshole
the set
now?
of Good Times once does not impact policy. Ignore the Scott Favals and the Joey Salads of the world. The show
I already pretty much do. I'm not sure. I actually was telling people to stop when they started the Joey Salads was doing this to fuel racial hatred thing when he started his little fake prank of doing the Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter thing. Yeah, no. Anytime you think that someone like him is stoking racial hatred, he's doing it for fucking clicks. It's not a single thing beyond that. There is no political purpose behind Joey Salads, guys. And it's frightening that you people would put that much fucking weight on Joey Salad. He's a prank YouTuber.
When I'm going to form my public opinion on policy, I go to Joey Salads. And I also go to Lauren Southern, apparently.
Yeah.
Jesus. We'll finish her up.
Those they're putting on for us don't matter. Yes, the media shouldn't be constantly feeding us this crap as if it's vital breaking news. And yes, politicians shouldn't be abusing the ignorant with these stupid smokescreens. But ultimately, if we fall for this kind of crap, we've got no one but ourselves to blame. So please, please, if you do anything this election, check out...
She said that. So does that mean we can stop, for the most part? I understand we can put some partial blame, but personally, I'm a little over blaming Trump's rise on social justice warriors. No, people went and voted. People are autonomous. They make their own choices. They thought this guy was a good leader, and they'll reap the consequences of that. They don't just get to scapegoat a group of people they don't like. I thought we were fighting against that, but I guess these people aren't.
No, they never were. What are you talking about?
These two websites
maybe I put too
before
much
you
faith in rebel media.
Yeah.
vote. And look at the platforms, not the distractions.
Look at the version of Hitler's version for America. Yes.
Yeah, we did that, Lauren. Like that's why I voted. That's why people vote.
Listen
A fair tax system.
to both sides and let their arguments convince you. Go for the facts, not the feelings, because that is the only way you're going to feel safe about the future.
That's rich coming from you.
And now, if you'd like, feel free to subscribe.
Now give them fucking money. Yeah, that's the other part.
Okay, thank you for watching. Just like, share, subscribe. It really, really helps me so much.
It's so bizarre to me. I put that in because I was like, I don't know if people here saw my video on Lauren Southern, but like this is a fear-mongering channel. It really is. And it's so bizarre for them to be like, yeah, disregard feelings. Just go with the facts. What?
Yeah.
Can I disregard every single video you've ever produced then?
Seriously.
Anyway, that's going to be the show. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you to Hagbard for running this shit. Let us know what you think, and we will be back next week. Feel free to send us any suggestions and all that entails.
Indeed.
Thanks, everyone. You have anything you want to say, Hagbard?
No, thanks for being here, guys.
All right. Good night.
Goodbye.